The planet Farrago is diverse. This world consists of 52 different realms, each with their own peoples, cultures, and even physical and magical rules. Farrago is governed by the Congress of Realms, with each one electing a lord or lady to represent them and a mighty warrior called an Apotheon to defend them. Each realm is independent, but governed by a set of 3 overarching laws known as the Pact. These laws are as follows. No realm nor its citizens shall harm another. No denizen shall cross into another realm without express permission. No realm is exempt from the Pact. These laws have helped keep the peace amongst the realms for years, but there are still dangers that undermine that peace. For some dangers, the laws of the Pact must be broken to keep Farrago safe, and for these dangers, the world calls upon Satellite, a mercenary organization that breaks the Pact but for the greater good. Satellite operatives consist of exiles from the 52 realms, and our story follows 4 of these exiles. Juno, a burdened rogue from Alfheim who seeks a better ending to her story. Tick, an 8-limbed artificer from Zoetropia who wishes he could turn back time. Faylell, a dark warlock from Litulos who lost the game but still lives to play again. And Ashe, a fiery druid from Neuroles who is simply here to help. These 4 will undertake missions to protect the peace, protect the Pact, and find a new home in the world of Farrago. And we are, I think, we're live on the internet. Hello. We've never been live on the internet before, and I'm not about to start now. Oh my god. Hi, I'm Matt, Cartridgeblowers, Cardi B, and I am here with my friends, and we're going to play games together. I'm going to talk about this as if it were some sort of big presentation, but I'm going to level with you. If you're watching this, really, a lot of this is just for us to have for posterity, and I guess ego sake. We're going to be doing something that no one has ever done before, which is we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons in a sort of like we're actually playing it, right? No one's ever done that. I know.
Whoa, we're trendsetters.
Yeah, we're getting in on the ground floor.
Getting on the ground floor.
Everything.
Maybe people will take a page after us and start their own campaigns.
Yeah.
Gosh,
man.
you know what? Like, I think that's a critical role that we play, and I think
Absolutely.
like there's
Gross.
Something.
Stop.
Well, I had at least
ready
3
to
more.
head into the adventure zone with all.
Thank
of
you.
guys.
Okay, I think that's a really great idea. Dungeons and Drag Queens. That's all I got. Yeah. So this is Dungeons and Dragons. If you've never seen it, it is, dude. It's the same shit. It's where we're gonna roll dice. We're gonna play characters. In fact, we've done this before on the internet. You can go back to our old podcast, Ye Old Podcast. It was in the audio format back in the older. Yes. And we did a D&D campaign over the course of a couple of years that I am referring to as the Belvin arc, the Belvin campaign.
The end of which will be released. It exists.
Yeah, it's already edited.
We can't talk about what happened in the end.
Yeah.
We saved the world as heroes
We do.
want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be what happens in these kind of things, is a bunch of heroes save the world. And, that's really great for them. Us, we still have to roll dice, and that's foolish of us. But yeah, we are doing this in a sort of video format for a couple of reasons. One, so that Cody has a lot less to edit. Because really, it just kind of makes itself when you do it like this. And
However, do give him his flowers. He was a great editor of
what a
the
genius.
whole
Oh,
Belvin
thank
arc.
you.
What a genius!
Absolutely.
What an absolute mensch.
So much time.
It was fun though.
And we are
And
eschewing
I can't
a
wait
lot
for
of.
you to hear the end.
Oh, same. I've heard it, and I think that it is a perfect 10 out of 10. and everyone who's involved should be given $100,000 from the government.
Agreed.
Today.
Yeah, man. How do we apply for that? Is there
You don't.
like an online form?
Nope. You just hope. You just wish.
Fuck.
You just $100,000 is a dream your heart makes, is what I've always been told. And we are eschewing a lot of the, I guess, to give you sort of the download of how this is being played for those watching who care about like mechanics. This is basic D&D 5e. We are using the 2014 rules for the most part. I think a little bit of the 2024 rules will be sprinkled in here and there as D&D Beyond allows. We're also allowing all sorts of homebrew fuckery. And
Wild.
We casual up in here.
Yeah, I mean, mostly just because I want us to have as much fun as possible and be able to play whatever the heck we want. And the world that we're creating is also not the actual D&D. It's not the Sword Coast. It's not, Dagger House and Shadowfell and Water. Oh, that's a real one.
House. Dagger House is a D&D fucking content creator group.
Is it really?
No.
I have no idea. It sounds like one. No, this is a world of our own creation. We made it together. And it's called Farrago, and our friends here will be playing 4 characters who are in the world of Farrago. So I think it would behoove us if we sort of maybe just dove into an intro to the world, and then we can sort of dive into your characters and who they are. Does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so let me set the scene. Except I just closed my document. Hi, welcome to episode 1, where our documents get closed when we're not paying attention.
Where documents are written.
Where documents are written and closed, and tabs fall away, and you just don't know what happened. All right, here we go. Let me give you this intro. I wrote it. It might not be good. It's been a minute since I wrote it. The land of Farrago. This is the planet that we all live on. It has always been and always shall be. That is the truth that you all know. Like many worlds, the truth is important to keep it together. And it's just as important that people believe in that truth. The truth that we know is that Farrago is made of 52 diverse and distinct realms, each with their own properties, cultures, and peoples. The realms are unique, and none is subservient to the others. Peace reigns between them all. Of course, beneath the surface are other truths, deeper realities, secrets. If you pierce the veil, if you dig deep enough, you might find the interstice. And to discover it would be to discover satellite. But you cannot discover what simply does not exist. No, right, satellite. I should tell you what satellite is. To understand what doesn't exist being satellite, of course, you must understand the Pact, which is above all else. It was created long ago by the people who founded this patchwork planet, and it exists as a way to ensure that the world is not filled with battle. It is mandatory, and realms that have refused to abide by the Pact over the years have been dissolved, absorbed by others, and lost to history. It's 3 simple laws, and by living on this planet, you are beholden to them, and they are sacrosanct above all other laws. Rule 1. No realm or its citizens shall do harm to one another. Rule 2. No denizen shall cross into another without the authority of its lord or lady. And Rule 3. No realm is exempt from the Pact. You're born here, and so these laws apply to you. The vast majority of Farrago citizens believe and trust in the Pact. The lords and ladies of each realm make up the Congress of Realms, a council that keeps each realm abreast of the news and needs of the others. Each realm is protected by an apotheon, which is a hand-picked individual who protects and enforces the Pact both within their own realm and across others. 52 realms, 52 lords and ladies, 52 apotheons. And in theory, this should be the end of the story. Everyone lived happily ever after, and the world that was many became whole. But that's not a very interesting story. There's times when the Pact must be broken in order to keep the Pact whole. For those times, a few people follow a different set of rules. Those rules, of course, don't exist, as I told you, and neither do those people. Those 3 rules are known as the Second Pact, and they lie below all others. Rule 1, break the pact, but for the greater good. Rule 2, uphold honor, but do whatever it takes. And Rule 3, live, die, but speak not of Satellite. In a pocket space that exists outside the realms, the secret organization known as Satellite does the work that others can't or won't. Trained teams of operatives take jobs. It's a floating spire surrounded by energy and light. It exists in a place called the Intercyst, the half-world. There are doors in the Intercyst that open to only certain locations throughout the planet Farrago. Part of this is for safety, part of this is for secrecy. There should be no chance of discovering the Intercyst and no chance of discovering Satellite, which makes sense because I told you, neither of them actually exist, right? Those who join Satellite, they're often cast-offs, people who find no place for themselves in their home realm, yet still wish to keep the peace or do some good in the world. These cast-offs band together to form crews that complete jobs to keep the world safe. There are just droves of crews within Satellite, many of them never meeting one another. Inside the main street of the Interstice is a bustling center of town, and we find, amidst this hive of scum and heroism, one such crew, ready to begin doing their part to uphold Satellite. And that's y'all. That's you guys. Hi. Yes, you, Cody. Oh my god. He's pointing to himself like that's you, friend.
Cool.
Yes, we are I think at the point where we can talk about who you are playing in this Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Sure.
So as you can see at the bottom of our screen, we've got our 4 players, Amber, Cody, Dylan, and Nikki. And I guess we can just start from the left. Amber, can you tell us a little bit about who you're playing? Where do you come from? And, what brought you here to the Interstice? She can't tell us, and that's okay. It's, sometimes
Hello?
you get caught up in the moment.
Oh, hello. Sorry, there I am.
Hi,
Can
Amber.
you hear me? I muted it because I was typing before and it was loud, so I
Sure.
muted it and I forgot.
Please tell us a little bit
Okay,
about your
so,
character.
Absolutely. So Juno is the name of my character. She has been in exile for 3 years. She's a loner that likes to keep to herself and is very good at odd jobs, doing odd jobs for others to support herself, especially cleaning up literal messes. She's very good at cleaning. All people seem to know about her is that she hailed previously from the realm of Alfheim. Is that what we're? Is that her?
Alfheim, yes.
Alfheim, okay. Which is known to be one of the more peaceful and pleasant of realms to reside in. So the question is, what she could have done that was so bad that she was cast out. Those that have interacted with her in passing would know that she's to the point. She's kind of keeps to herself, but is very kind. Yet she seems to carry a weight unseen upon her shoulders. There have been those that have said that she might seek something, information from those that have traveled across the different realms, as if she is looking for something out there beyond her current reach. She might information that she might be able to buy is could be information she might be able to buy if she sold this ruby ring that she can be seen on her finger. I mean, she could sell it, but there might be some kind of sentimental value for it. Everyone kind of was like, "That's a nice ring. Why aren't you selling it? Keep out of my business." The allure of leaving to go on missions is what ultimately has drawn her to join Satellite.
So she's lost. She's been kicked out of the realm of Alfheim. She's searching for something that nobody other than Juno herself is privy to, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Other than you, obviously.
Other than me, yeah. And you've been brought here, and you've joined Satellite in order to, because going on these missions, there's something in it for you. And we'll see what that is as we go along. Cody, tell us a little bit about your character. Who are they? Where do they come from? And what brings you here to work for the organization called Satellite?
Sure. So I will be playing Tick. Tick-Toctopus. He is a cartoon toon-kind octopus that is also an artificer.
Mhm.
And I come from Zoetropia, a land that is comprised primarily of cartoons, entirely of toon-kind people. Tick, he worked for the big clock tower that was in the center of Zoetropia. That was basically like, it was the iconography on fucking everything, right? And there was a whoopsie while he was working there, and he was asked to not stay anymore. He was told to leave, to skedaddle, and so he did, and ultimately was found by the satellite group here, and will be working to try to make amends for the shit that he did, because he misses it. He would like to go back someday, but right now, because of explosive related things, he's not allowed. He is a homebrew artificer class called a timekeeper, who uses his infusions and whatnot to sort of manipulate his own timeline. So yeah, that's oh, sorry. Oh man. Okay.
Did you just transmogrify into your character? Is that what just happened?
Yeah. So I'm Tick-Toctopus, and I work for Satellite, and I hope to make everyone very proud, and yes, thank you. Please hire me. Yes.
Let it be known, I had not heard the voice until just now, and
Same.
I love every part of this.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, Tick. And important, I think, just to reiterate that again, the players were allowed to use whatever homebrew stuff they did or did not want to use. I think, Amber, you're a basic rogue, correct?
Yes, I am a Soul Knight rogue.
Whereas Cody is.
This is literally my second campaign. I'm not that advanced yet.
Whereas Cody is like, I'm going to be a time mage artificer octopus man. And
yeah, I don't. Cody doesn't know how to stop. He overdoes kind of everything. So yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm in love. Speaking of being in love, Dylan, you're our third character. Tell us a little bit about your character, where they're from, and what brings them here to working for the organization called Satellite.
All right. So I'm playing a drow warlock named Faylell Lanier, who comes from an Underdark biome, which is called Leigh, home to the Dark Elves, that nobody knows about. The region in which it is found in an area called Hell's Breach, which is like a high desert area, and on top of a massive plateau, and inside is underneath that plateau is where the Underdark biome resides, where this capital is hidden, where atrocities are committed. Faylell was a politician for a house that she belonged to, and that is pretty much the game of Leigh. Politics all the time. The game is always on. She was a pretty well esteemed politician, mostly used to gather intel, to have lunches and dinner and tea with other houses to kind of get the one up on somebody just through word of mouth and playing her angle, until an assassination attempt was made on the Lord of Leigh family, which caught her house in the crosshairs of that. She ultimately had to flee from the capital to spare her, to save her own life, which left her without anywhere to go, and she found herself in Satellite. Yeah, I'm playing a great old one, Warlock, and I do apologize for whatever sound comes out of my mouth when I go to talk as Faylell.
No.
I don't know. I have not landed on anything yet, so we're just doing it live.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. I love this.
We're workshopping the voice.
That's okay. That's okay. I mean, listen, as the GM, my voice will change 400,000 times over the course of this, and it will not be in any way consistent. So that's okay. That's totally fine, I think.
Or anything else we needed to know? Is that it? That covers everything?
I think that covers everything, friend. Yeah, I think we're good to go. So that is Faylell, and our last character, Nikki. Nikki, tell us a little bit about your character, who they are, where they come from, and why are they here? That seems a little more demanding than I expected it to be.
And that's our friendship, and I'm used to it at this
Yeah.
point. So yeah, I'm going to be playing a character named Ashe. As far as anyone will be able to tell you, Ashe just showed up. Maybe 8 months ago, maybe 10 months ago. It's probably been about a year, but she doesn't really talk to anyone. She doesn't really tell anybody where she's from. In fact, when people try to press her for information, she just falls silent. The only thing that she will say is that she's here to help. And, one might think that she's skittish just based off of how little she wants to interact, and certainly how she wants to say even less about where she's from. But there's the way that she carries herself, the intensity in her eyes, sort of tells you that maybe she's not so skittish after all. But true to her word, you'll find Ashe sort of helping where they can. She seems to have a knack for nature and their druidic arts, being a druid. She is a Circle of Wildfire druid, and yeah, that's really all I've got to say about her.
Okay. I love that. I've known about all of your characters for quite a while now. I can tell you that there's something I love all of your characters. Y'all have made some really cool friends, and I'm really excited to put through the ringer really badly, hurt, and just damage.
I'm ready to
intrinsically.
destroy you all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about it too.
I'm dying. So the four of you have come together. The way Satellite works is if you want to, people are allowed to come if they've been banished from the realm. You can just live on the Interstice. You don't have to contribute. You don't have to do anything. It's people.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah,
That was an option.
It's been an option. Yeah, you should have known this.
Well, fuck.
He cusses.
Sorry. Yeah, I guess I decided that might happen sometimes.
He's a dark and gritty octopus.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's all I've ever wanted to be in my life, is a dark and gritty octopus. But lots of people come here and just exist. They are tending to their wounds, but lots of people also come here wanting to contribute, wanting to give back to this place that is helping people around this very, very closely guarded world. And so when you want to join and form a group, a party, an organization, a mercenary band, whatever you want to call it, you have to put in a formal application. Did y'all just get matched together by the system? Did you meet each other and decide to work together? Tell me a little bit about that. What do y'all think?
I think we were. I think a little of column A, column B, right? We kind of discussed it before and sort of determined we knew of each other, but we didn't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just sort of put together as an adventuring group by the system, unless someone else disagrees.
If I recall correctly, and it's me just shooting from the hip now, is I believe we all have our own objectives which is also helping us, which is part of the reason why we're signing up to take on missions.
Right.
Because there is something we're all individually after. I would say through signing up to take on the missions, we've also just been paired up with each other. And I would say for the most part, we're like, yeah, sure. Like, let's get this going.
And that's kind of where you're at. Y'all meet up. It's the morning of your what essentially is your interview. And you've all been called to the...
so we're not in satellite yet. We're in an interview process.
I mean, you're in, everyone's in satellite, but you're not authorized to go out on missions just yet. They've got to, they can't just send anybody out on missions. That's big time stuff. And so you find yourself on a city street in the interstice, which is this, again, this sort of vast satellite floating in space. It is, think of like a mishmash of like every single possible city that could ever exist. And they're all sort of just duct taped together. And you can see businesses on your left and right.
We're in a porno.
I mean, a hentai?
Okay.
I need to turn the music up because I can only hear a funky beat.
First of all, I like the funky beat. I wanted to give you a funky beat for the nighttime city landscape. Thank you.
I like it. No, keep going.
I did not know there was a red light district in this area.
Yeah, you do see a pornography being filmed in a nearby window. There are shopkeepers around. There's restaurants. There's people who are just sort of selling their various wares. And again, these people are all coming from all the different realms of the world. Some of them are, humanoid. Some of them are very much not humanoid. And you see someone walk up to you holding a clipboard in their hand. And what you see before you, a man approaches you. He is a robot with glowing purple eyes. He is wearing a white dress shirt, a bright red tie, and very, very well-ironed slacks. And also very, very bright red Converse All-Star sneakers. And he walks up to you, and he's holding his clipboard, and he says, "Oh, hello. I am J-05H. Are you the applicants for today?"
Cool. Hey, guys, do you see this robot?
Yeah.
What did you say your name was again?
J-05H, though my coworkers call me Josh.
Okay, Josh. Yes, I do
Josh.
believe that might be us today.
Hey, Josh.
Hello, I am programmed to bring you to your interview. I am also programmed to do lots of other things, but... And he looks at his watch. Today I am programmed to bring you to your interview. And he turns on his bright red Converse sneakers. And he says...
He turns them on?
Yes, and they activate, and he turns into a jet, and he flies... No, he... No, he just spins around on them.
Are they light up Converse?
They're wheelies, and wheels pop out, and he does sort of just wheel ahead a little bit. And he says, "You are welcome to follow me if you are ready."
All right, show us the way, friend.
Before we follow him, is there anything around us in the area that seems of note, or is it just a street?
I mean, it's a street. Again, there's a hustle and bustle. There's lots and lots of people around everywhere. You can see, again, like storefronts. You see, I mean, there's a couple of people who are like getting into arguments. There's people who are like training. Like lots and lots of people just seem to be getting up to. It's bustling with life. But again, the four of you all come from realms where everyone, and of course, yes, the pornography being shot in the window. The four of you come from realms where it's fairly not diverse. I suppose, Cody, your character comes from a diverse realm, but you're all cartoons. The rest of you come from.
We're not all octopuses or anything. But...
They're not all octopus. Yeah, they're all various tune kind. There's fish. There's monkeys, I presume. Warner brothers and sisters.
Yep. They live in a water tower.
Are you saying that to me, or are you saying that out loud to Josh?
Oh, I'm saying that to you.
Okay.
I guess I should use the voice if I'm talking to you directly.
The voice is killing me.
The voice is good, and I know you want to be in character for your avatar.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing you see that is like calling to you per se, but Josh is beckoning for you to follow him.
Okay.
I guess we follow Josh, right, guys?
Josh,
Ash puts,
I have a very important question for you.
Well, yes, I am programmed to answer any and all questions that you might have.
What kind of processor you got in there? What's the processor do?
He flips his tie over his shoulder, he unbuttons his shirt, and he opens his chest to reveal a glass panel in it. And you can see just like gears and like wires that are glowing like with LED lights.
You got the Glassy 820?
He says, yes, I have been upgraded with the Glassy 820. It is top of the line for interns at the Interstice.
Those cost so much money.
I found it.
Okay,
They don't-
okay.
They don't pay me any money to work here.
Do you got like high-powered servos and other wild things? I'm sorry, I like robots.
Why did I have you meet this character first?
I don't know. That was a bad choice on your part.
Yeah.
Tick, I think we might have time for this later on. Right now, I think it's more important we go to this interview.
let's go.
I would happily answer any questions you might have about satellite or working for satellite.
I have a question.
Yes, Faylell, how can I help you?
I'd like to inquire about a raise.
Currently, your pay.
We're not getting paid.
Currently, your pay is set to $0. Would you like to be paid more than $0?
Yes.
I mean.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can make that happen.
Let's go.
Okay.
And
Let's
Josh walks you through the streets, and he's like pointing out various buildings that are, fronts for the more militaristic work that Satellite does that is not open to everybody. And he leads you to this large room where this large building that kind of looks like the side of a ship, looks like the side of a boat. And he says, this is where our leader is staying. He will meet you inside. Is there anything I can do for you, get for you, or hold for you in the meantime?
What can you tell us about the leader of this organization?
Well, the leader of your quadrant is a man named Jacques.
Oh, okay. Does he have a last name?
No.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Is there anything else you would like to know?
Have you ever had the Glassy 800? Because I heard that one wasn't really as good in terms of specs.
I do not keep track of what previous processors I have had in my chest cavity.
Well, you should start taking a list because I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions because I need to know how to make myself my own robot.
Okay. And his mouth opens up and he prints you out a list of his specs, and he hands it to you.
Oh yeah.
It's covered in
Put it in my
saliva.
pocket. Well, that's fine.
Yeah. Robot saliva. It's just oil.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to ask Josh?
No, I think we just got to go see Josh, right? Or not Josh.
Jacques.
Jacques.
Yes.
Joke.
Then let's lead you into Jacques' room. Jacques, as you open the door to this sort of boat, the side of a boat, you see a large, burly man sitting at a desk. He's this just giant humanoid, and it's rather sparse in there. It is, again, it looks like a hollowed out boat hull. In fact, it very well may be, because again, everything in the city is sort of just like things from different places duct taped together. There's a lot of trophies tacked into wooden shelves. There's like a taxidermied fish, a bloodied spear, a tattered spell book. There's a framed piece of currency that doesn't look like anything you've ever seen in any realm that any of you have ever been to. There's diplomas and awards, and there's trophies. Can y'all make a perception check? Let's roll our first die.
Perception.
18.
9.
25.
Okay.
Roll.
If you rolled above let's say above a 15, you notice that all those diplomas, those awards, those trophies, they all have completely different names. Hattie McMillan, Charles Darso, Professor Pterodactyl, lots of different names on the sides of these trophies and awards and diplomas. And Jacques, this huge burly man in like this leather armor. He's got a big giant sword strapped to his back. He's just sitting back in this chair, and he sees you walk in as he's rifling through papers, and he puts them down, and he stands up and he holds his hand out, and he says, "Ah, you must be the new recruits."
Yes.
Yes.
He holds his hand out.
Happy to be here. I shake
Ash
it.
reaches out and gives it a firm handshake.
Okay, so firm handshake. You shake it. Faylell, Juno, and Tick, do you shake his hand?
Yeah, Tick
I do not
walks
shake
up
his
and-
hand, but I do kind of give him a little like salute with my hand.
Okay,
Tick
got it.
grabs his hands with both tentacles.
Is it? Are you slime? Are you slimy?
No, I wouldn't say he's all that slimy. That's
Okay.
a cartoon. He's,
Got it.
but he does have like little tentacles with suction cups on him. So,
Okay. All right. And Jacques, he happily shakes your hand. He's happy to meet all of you, and he says, "Okay, so we're looking at it's Juner. Is it-
Juno.
Juno, right? Tyke,
it's Tick, sir.
Tick, got it. Yeah, I'll remember that. Philip, is it Philip?
Faylell.
Faylell, got Fail. That makes more sense. And
Yes, it does.
Susan.
Sure.
Okay. And he smiles and he signs the paper, and he says, "So you four know that you're signing up for maybe putting your lives on the line. You're signing up for maybe doing something that could be a little dangerous, but it's for the greater good. You've signed all the contracts. Everything seems to be in order. And so all that really is to do is sort of to make sure that you're up for the task. The four of you think you're up for the task?"
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What's the greater good?
What's the greater good? Well, I mean, keeping people alive, keeping the world from falling into war, keeping, good, being great.
Hey, mister,
Yeah.
what's the task?
Well,
The greater
everything here is pretty hush hush. I think you're all pretty well aware of that. In fact, I'm looking at your clearance level here. You've signed release forms, and so that means you are at clearance level 1. And to have information about your mission requires clearance level 2.
So how do we get to clearance level 2?
Oh, well, you have to pass a test.
What's the test?
Hey.
Oh, well, if you go through that door over there, and he points, and there's a door that none of you noticed. when you walk in. It's directly to your right. And he says, if you just want to go through that door, then we can set you up with the test. It shouldn't take more than, I don't know, a minute or two, and then we can see if you are fit to be upgraded to level 2.
Okay, Mr. Jacques,
Yes.
I have an important question.
Sure, yeah.
Are you Professor Pterodactyl? Because that's cool as shit.
I mean, yeah, I am Professor Pterodactyl. Oh, you saw yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different names, and I'm really focused on the one that's a dinosaur.
No, I'm a Gestalt. Yeah, none of you know. Okay, so in one of our realms here on Farrago, when you die, then your spirit basically possesses the nearest body, and you become one Gestalt being. And as sort of an experiment, some people, had a bunch of very smart, talented, athletic, just extremely talented people all die right near each other. And then they all came into me, and now we are Jock.
That's a sentence you just said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a couple of them, I think.
For a
Juno
second.
Juno chuckles from him and says, Jacques, is that the first letter of all your names spelled out?
No, it's just the name that I chose once we became Shock.
Okay.
If you ever, you die and become a Gestalt, then, it just sort of happens. You just know what your name is.
Interesting.
I mean, hopefully you don't die anytime soon, but right now you're only level 1, so.
And what realm was that in that this all happened in?
And you can of course take a look at your wiki, your atlas, to which my friends at home you can find by hitting !D&D in the chat, and it will pop right up, and you can go see it yourself. And I'm only saying this out loud because I'm stalling because I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Yeah, it's the Manifold. Yeah. He's from the Manifold. At least he is originally, or maybe not originally, but that's where Jacques was born, when a bunch of people died in the Manifold, and they all amalgamated into one being. Very talented at lots and lots of things.
If we die near you, would we have instant friends? Like, would we become one with Jacques?
Well, no, it doesn't have to be near me. You have to be in the actual realm itself. Yeah, you have to be within the borders, and if you die there, then you will merge with whoever's nearest you. And if that's me, then we'll become one and probably choose a new name, whatever, we decide upon when we become whoever we become.
Okay. All right. Okay. Future goals.
Your future goal is to die?
Next to Jacques.
While he is going over all of this, Juno has pulled out a notebook that she has had with her, and she is seen writing notes of things as this is happening and as he's saying these things.
Jacques also begins writing notes because he's very concerned about Tick's mental acumen.
Hey!
That is Matt saying that, not Jacques. Because Jacques is concerned that Tick wants to die before even taking a mission.
No.
It's not a good thing.
Tick,
It's not. It's probably...
Tick doesn't want to die.
Is there anything else of note in the room other than the door that we've been instructed to walk into?
Other than that, it looks like a fairly messy office. Again, lots of awards and trophies lining the walls, papers all over the desk, like manila folders. There's a little computer, but it looks like it's like steampunky almost. It's not a very good computer. It's a crappy office.
Okay. So, this test, Like,
Yeah.
Where do we go? Where do we do it?
And Jacques stares at you, and then he points to the door he already pointed towards.
Yeah, Juno is
but-
also pointing at the door as he is also pointing at the door.
I'm sorry. Look, I know you did a lot of talking, and I was listening, but I was mostly interested in the pterodactyl thing. I'm sorry.
He jots more.
Juno-
He jots more notes down.
Juno walks towards the door and kind of listens at the door, kind of inspects the door, sees if there's anything of note of the door.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay. You hear nothing from behind the door. In fact, you like it's a weird like nothing. It's like you hear the absence of sound.
Cool.
So all we have to do is walk through that door.
I was gonna say Juno turns and looks at everybody and says, "Well, are we doing this?"
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Ash heads.
We open the. Juno kind of backs off because she doesn't necessarily want to be the first one to actually go in the door after checking it.
Sure. In fact, maybe could y'all tell me what order you go in the door?
Ash just kind of marches through the door as instructed.
Sure.
Prickle followed behind Ash.
Okay.
I will go
Juno
third.
behind Tick.
Okay.
Oh, you want to go third? You can go third. I'll go last.
I go last. I go last.
Okay, I'll go third.
Got it. The four of you walk through the door, and as you do, you see yourself in this sort of vast expanse. And the floor is almost like, it seems like it's made of glass. And oh my god, your avatar looking around as if you are seeing this room is destroying every part of me. But the floor looks like it's this endless pane of glass. And underneath it you can see like gears turning and like different chains and levers and pulleys, just like endless machinery all the way down to the point where there's nothing, you can't see through it. It's just this clockwork ground that is covered by this pane of glass. And the glass is like very hard to the touch when you step on it. It is in like definitely not breakable ground. And as you come out and stand in the middle of this room, suddenly you see Jacques teleport before you. And he just stands in front of the four of you and he says, "All right, so you all are ready to test?"
Where did you come from?
I teleport. So you can't teleport. Got it. And he writes that down on the clipboard. No. Can any of you teleport?
Nope.
No. Okay. It'd be really good if at least one of you could teleport. That's fine. It's fine. It's not necessary. There's doors, so we can figure that out. Anyway, let's start the test. Test number 1. Kick my ass. And I need you to roll for initiative.
My favorite.
But Mr. Pterodactyl, I don't want to kick your ass.
Too bad. Okay, so
19.
we got Ashe has a
Also
9.
22.
Hold on, let's see. Let's start. Ashe, you said you got a 9, and Juno, you also got a 9.
Yes.
What are your can I get your speed? Your dex bonus?
Dex bonus is a +3.
My dex is a +2.
Okay, so Juno, you'll go before. So we'll go ahead and give you 10. As we add your initiative to our tracker here. Ashe, you're a 9. Okay. And then, let's see, 1 second. As I realize this thing won't let me put in good initiative. So we're going to say, Ashe, you're 9. And then Juno, you're faster than Ashe. Okay, and then Faylell, you got what?
19.
19. And Tick, you got what?
22.
22. That's a fast octopus there.
Well, so many legs.
Okay. And then we'll go and put Jacques roll this, and we'll put him in the initiative. And so, yeah, this is combat. You've got him before you, and let me go ahead and also make sure that our friends at home can see this combat, because it's all on the Roll20 website. You might hear a dog, and that's okay. Let's see.
I was gonna say I still see the town square on.
Yeah,
on
give me one.
Roll20. Is that what you're looking at? Okay.
Not yet. I mean, you shouldn't see anything yet, but you will momentarily as I move things around.
Oh, there we go.
Hey!
Ooh, all right.
Hey, so y'all should be able to see the battle, and now let's get our friends at home being able to see the battle.
Oh, I do have teleportation.
Oh, wait. Pretty cool, but also, maybe not useful at this stage of the game. So if you're at home, you should be able to see our battle map here live on the screen. And so let's go ahead and start. I think we just said that Tick, you're up first. What the heck do you do?
Okay. So he wants us to kick his ass. So Tick will remove his spear, our hand, which looks... It's... my camera should now be a spear.
Wild.
Yeah, so it looks kind of like that, and he presses a... What? Go ahead.
No, go for it, yeah.
Okay, and he presses a button, and it expands to be longer, and then he sort of pumps it, and the tip opens up, and he fires a firebolt, directing it through the spear and out the split apart tip at Jacques.
Okay. Got it.
And
how far does that fire?
120 feet.
Yeah, that's far enough, pal.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Is that
18 to hit?
18 to hit? That's gonna hit.
Okay. And that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Perfect. Okay. You hit him with this blast of flame that came from your. Does your weapon have a name?
Our hand is the name.
Our hand. Okay, got it. The hour hand shoots this blast of flame at him, and it just like envelops his body, and he stands there, and he grunts, and he looks up, and he goes, "All right, good one." Anything else, Tick?
No, that's it.
All right, Faylell.
All right. How far am I currently away from Jean?
Each square is going to be about 5 feet.
You can also measure on the side here. There's like a little measuring thing, so you can tell exactly how far you are from something.
Okay.
That's cool.
Like if you click on yourself and then you roll over, you can see exactly how far you are.
Yeah.
It's weird that I can see you measuring.
Yeah.
I know. I
that's
saw
too.
somebody else. I think it was Nikki that was measuring to check her distance.
It was me. Yeah, you can choose
Yeah.
to broadcast it to others or not. It's in the little module thing.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to move my character 25 feet to the
Okay.
back. And then from here, I'm going to launch a Eldritch Blast
Okay.
at our friend Jacques here.
And I believe you have to roll to hit.
Yep, does a 17 hit.
A 17 is going to hit, yes.
All right. That is going to be 5 damage. And what you see is Faylell raises her hand, and like a icy blue glowing with black and stuff just kind of surrounds her hand and then just launches towards Jacques.
Okay, cool, awesome. And like, is it like a beam of like force or something?
What is
Like,
it?
What type of damage is it?
I believe it is force damage.
Okay, yeah. So like you shoot it out and it just like hits him and it like
and it knocks him back.
Okay, yeah. Where were you aiming?
Just straight back.
Like where were you aiming on his body?
Oh, right in the chest.
Okay, yeah. It just hits him in the chest. I'm assuming it knocks him back, what, 5 feet, 10 feet? Does your attack say?
I'm looking. It's force damage. Just verifying that. Where is it?
Or jam out to the battle theme.
Repelling. 10 feet.
10 feet. Do I have to? I don't have to make a save or anything. It just does it.
It just does it. Yeah.
Wild. Okay. Cool. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okie dokie.
A little smirk from Faylell.
Okay. Yeah. Jacques smirks back. It is now Jacques' turn, and he is going to, let's see, I think he is going to Misty Step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 here, and then actually he'll run up here and then he'll Misty Step right here. And he is going to strike at you, Tick.
No, what?
Actually, no, you know what? He's going to Misty Step here. I apologize. He's going to strike at you, Tick. Hey, you're still gonna attack you. Let's see.
All right.
Does a
Probably.
I mean, not necessarily. A 10 hit your AC?
No.
No. Okay. He's gonna strike one more time at you.
Fuck off.
Does a 20 strike?
Oh
your
yeah,
AC?
that'll do it.
Okay. And he's swinging this huge greatsword at you. And you're gonna take 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then Juno, he's gonna strike at you as well with a 3rd greatsword attack. Does a 23 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you are going to take 8 slashing damage. And he just sort of like is swinging his sword around in this sort of like over the top way. It's this huge, like gigantic, bigger than him greatsword, but he's definitely swinging it like one armed, with his one beefy arm. And that is the end of his turn. He's happy to be right there. And Juno, you're up.
Okay, so Juno is going to, I can move 30, so hang on one second here. Juno's gonna move, where am I going? Juno's gonna move over, how do I actually pick up and move my person?
Just,
the little, select, okay. So Juno's gonna move over here, and as she is moving, she is going to pull out her short bow, and once she finishes the movement, she's going to turn and she's going to shoot her short bow at Jacques.
He's gonna go and take an opportunity attack when you move. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Okay, he strikes you with his greatsword as you go. You take 7 slashing damage. Okay, you're gonna shoot him with a bow?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
I think I already tried 12.
12 just sails right past him, lands at Tick's feet.
Thanks.
And then I'm still getting used to this. I'm still learning this. So in my bonus actions, I have psychic blades in my bonus actions. Does that mean I can do a second attack on that?
I mean, what does psychic blades say? If you want to go ahead and...
Psychic blades. Okay, you can manifest shimmering blades of psychic energy whenever you take the attack action or make an opportunity attack. You can manifest psychic blade in your free hand.
So you have the psychic blades like always, which is a 60-foot reach melee attack. Wowzers. And then whenever you can use it as a bonus action, it looks like when you, after attacking with the Psychic Blade on your turn, you can make a melee or ranged attack with a second Psychic Blade as a bonus action on the same turn. Your
Okay,
other
so it
hand is
only
free to
goes up if I
create.
attack with Psychic Blades.
Right. Which
Okay.
you didn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. But
Okay.
but now I know.
Now you know.
And you're
You
gonna
know
see them a
exactly
lot more often.
It's true. Yes. Anything else, Juno?
Follow actions. Still learning. Can I? There's nothing to hide, so I can't hide.
There it is a vast, flat expanse.
Flat pants, yeah. What do I do if I disengage? I'm still learning, so bear with me.
Yeah, you can use. So I believe you have your. Cunning action. You can do dash, disengage, or hide.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's up to you if you want to do one of those. Disengage is would have allowed you to move away without taking the opportunity attack, which we already did.
Okay.
But I mean, you could dash, I guess, if you want to get really far away.
No, because then I'll be out of range for that. So I'm just going to end my turn there then.
Sounds good. Okay. Ashe, you are up.
Yeah, so Ashe is going to move over here. And
Okay.
she is gonna, as she's moving, she growls, knowing that, looking at her companions, I mean, look at them. They're weak as shit. And she says,
Wow.
focus on me, dipshit. And she flings her hand sort of outward. She doesn't seem to be holding anything, but it seems like she's gripping something. And as her hand closes into her palm, nice long whip of thorns sort of manifests and hopefully curls around him.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and roll nat 20.
And that 20 is probably
Or
going to
20
hit.
hits. Probably
Yeah.
hits.
Cool.
And, so as it curls around him, he's pulled 10 feet toward her, and he is going to take 11 points of damage.
Okay, nice.
And as a bonus action, she's going to cast Shillelagh on the staff that's on her back.
Okay, 1 second. Let's see. You said 11 points of damage?
Correct.
Ooh. Okie dokie. Alright, and you cast Shillelagh on your staff?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Anything else?
that's it.
Okay. We are back at the top of the order for Tick, but as we get back to the top of the order, you see suddenly the glass floor that you're standing on begins to open up a little bit. And
Okay.
Is it shattering, or is it actually an opening and it's starting to open from the
it's
bottom?
like an opening. And you see buzzsaws begin to pop out of the floor. And there are now all these buzzsaws around the room, as you can see on your map. And they surround you. And go ahead and make your turn there, Tick. As I continue adding more buzzsaws to the map.
All right. So, do the buzzsaws appear to be stationary?
They are stationary, or they are whirring in a
Okay.
buzzsaw-like
All right.
fashion.
Like saws do.
like buzzsaws do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tick will run up. How do I do that? Behind old Jacques there,
Mhm.
and will pull out. Well, he already has it out. The hour hand, and shove it into his back, and pump the thing, the spear, to open up the top again. And
Didn't like the way you worded
fire
that.
Yeah.
He grabs the shaft and he
uh,
just sort of
Yeah, he pumps the shaft and. Okay.
Well, we were watching a porno in a window, not participating in
Yeah.
it.
right.
Yeah.
How much is that
And,
porno in the window?
Inflict wounds is what I'm doing
Okay.
here.
Got it. What does that look like for me?
That is 23 to hit.
That hits.
And 3d10.
Ooh, nasty.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay. And what does that look like in the physical realm that we're like?
So he sort of channels his magic, sort of like his body glows a little bit, and it fades into the pocket watch that's at the bottom of the spear, and then travels up the spear into the split open head, and the little emitter inside glows, and lasers shoot out of the individual splintered parts of the head to inflict as much wound as possible as it's stabbed inside of you.
Okay. He's gonna take 9 damage, and it hits him in the back. And for those who are rules lawyers at home, we're not playing with like flanking rules or anything, but it does hit him in the back, and he turns back at you, and he looks a little perturbed by that one.
And am I hired?
Oops, the music moved on. Sorry. This battle has taken longer than I expected. And
It's round 2.
Right. He looks back at you, and he just sort of grimaces at you. Faylell, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna move 20 feet to right here, and I'm going to use Thorn Whip.
Okay.
A 10 does not hit, I'm sure.
A 10 does not hit. No.
Okay.
Thorns just whip past, and they land at Tick's feet. Oddly enough.
All right. I'm going to move
Thank you.
10 feet. That's 10.
My
Yeah.
teammates keep giving me stuff.
Further down. That's my turn. Thank you very much
Okey-dokey.
for coming to my turn.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
I thought it was cool.
Jacques is going to Misty Step up here. Wait, hold on. Let's see. 5. He was here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he'll go right here. He just sort of does this sort of hand motions things, and then the buzzsaws begin flying at all of you. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
That is gonna be why did it not register? 22.
22. Okay.
A 20.
Okay. Tick. Okay. And Tick.
Tick.
I was muted. That's a 6.
Got it. Okay, so buzzsaws fly at each of you. Faylell, this one flies right past you. This one flies right behind you, Juno. But Tick and Ashe, you are going to take some damage from that one, as the buzzsaws basically just slice through your sides as they fly right past you. You're going to take 10 slashing damage each. As the buzzsaws stand there, and then he is going to let's see, does he have anything else he can do right now if I'm playing fair? No, he's been Misty Stepping, so he's out of that. Yeah, I think he will just sort of chill where he's at. That's the end of his turn. Juno, you are up.
Could I potentially have taken an opportunity attack because he left my my line of my reach at that point?
So I think because you're talking about with your psychic blade that is 60 feet melee.
I'm just looking at my reaction here because I have a reaction in combat of opportunity attack. You can make an opportunity attack when a creature that you see leaves your reach. Is he still in my reach, or is he out of my reach?
So that's an interesting question. With your psionic power, your psychic.
Yeah, because that's what I'm
blades.
going to be going here with my
That technically that is not like your reach. I don't think, unless there is a rules lawyer in the chat that wants to correct me. Normally, I think they need to be right next to you for you to take an opportunity attack. Because I think you can only take like a regular melee attack, but I might be wrong. Got it. And I'm feel free to be correct me in the future.
And not only that, but I just realized he is still technically in my reach, so it's okay. All that for nothing, but something to keep in mind for the future.
For sure, absolutely. All
right, so he is in my reach still. I'm a little too close to this sucker, so I'm just going to move slightly to the side, just because I do not like the fact that I am that close to this blade. As I am moving, I am putting away my short bow, so that the short bow is gone. So I've got a free hand at this point.
Okay.
Thank you, rules lawyer Nikki.
Yes, I'm hearing that Misty Step does not provoke opportunity attacks anyway. So.
Okay, good to know. All right. So as I'm putting away, so now I have a free hand. So I'm going to attempt to attack with my psychic blades.
Okay.
From here, that's a 15.
A 15.
That's gonna be a 20, not a nat 20, dirty 20.
A gentleman's 20. That hits.
All right, in which case then my thing is so small I can't. So that's going to do. That's going to do 5 damage.
Okay.
But then in my bonus actions, since I have my other hand free, after attacking with one psychic blade on your turn, you can attack with the second psychic blade as long as your hand is free. That's what that is. So I'm going to attack again with my free hand.
So you have 60-foot Wolverine blades.
Yeah, basically. And that's going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to do another 5 damage, so 10 damage total.
Okay. Got it. That will hurt. Okay. Yeah, so it's psychic damage, correct?
It is psychic damage, yes.
Yeah, so you don't see him he reacts as if he got physically cut, even though he didn't get physically cut. So he's, backing up, but he looks at you and he holds his head a little bit. And that's really all there is to that. Anything else, Juno?
No, the psychic blades was my bonus action, so.
Okay. Ashe then.
Yeah, so Ashe, of course, growls when she gets hurt, and then she kind of mutters something in Druidic, and right where I'm marking on the map, a really not terribly big, maybe about 2 feet of flame sort of shoots up out of the floor, and then takes the shape of a treant sapling, but like a treant sapling that's on fire, and can he please make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Sure, absolutely he can. So it's a big burning tree that shows up right next to him?
It's a sapling, so he's a little guy.
All right, let's see. It's a 19.
Okay, so nothing happens, which is sad for me. But then I shout something else in Druidic, and my little sapling friend is going to hurl a flaming seed at him.
Sure. It's fun. It's fun that y'all are playing all new characters this time, and I'm just really excited for what the hell is happening, because I don't know what any of y'all can do really.
So, let's see. Ranged weapon attack, add your spell attack modifier to hit, range 60 feet, on a target that you can see. Oh, there isn't a little button for that. That's fine.
Make a button.
Let me just hack into the D&D Beyond mainframe, I guess.
Cool, can you do that?
Yeah. Dang.
So hang on. So let's see. Bonus action. I guess I'll just roll to hit first. So I'll just roll it's a +6 to hit, so I'm just gonna roll a d20 and we'll add 6
Yeah.
to that. So yeah, that's 22 to hit,
22 hits.
and then 1d6 plus 2 fire damage.
Ooh, okay.
So that's 8 fire damage.
Okay. That's the second time he's taken fire damage this fight. Okay. And so it's hurling this exploding seed at him, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And yeah, he just like takes it, and like again, flame just envelops his body for a second, and he grunts in pain. Obviously, y'all are hurting him. He doesn't look like, he looks singed. He looks, there's a few cuts and scrapes, but he's still standing pretty tall. Anything else, Ashe?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have her move up to about here.
Got it. Is the flaming tree still there?
Yes.
Got it. Cool. Is it like its own sort of creature? Should it be on the initiative or anything, or?
It'll take its initiative when I take my turn.
Got it. Okay, good to know. Okay.
Yeah,
Anything else?
It's a separate initiative from me, but like as my own bonus actions, I can command it to do stuff. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Then we are back at the top of the order, and as the order starts again, you see Jacques. He like takes a sort of bracing position, and he like uses his sword, and he carves a circle in the glass around him, and this like undulating shadow comes out of the ground and surrounds his body, and now he's just sort of like pulsating with this sort of this shadow. And when you look at him, he's a little harder to see. He's visible for sure, but he's a little harder to see. That's it. Tick, you're up.
Okay. Well, Tick is gonna move. Let's see. Is that? I'm gonna do a measure real quick. Yeah. I'll stop. Well, actually, hold on. How far is this? Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna move here, and Tick is going to he closes his eyes for a second, and his hands glow and travel down into our hand, into the timepiece that's on the end of it, and a little glowing beam shoots out of it to right in front of him, and an illusory banana peel appears, and he steps on it and slips and falls on his back as I cast hideous laughter on him, using the Toonkind Smile Dog trait, which allows me to make your saving throw charisma instead of wisdom.
Got it.
That's a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Got it. Well, he has no bonus to charisma, whereas he did to wisdom, so it's a cool ability. You slipped on a phantom banana peel. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Okay. That is a 7.
That fails.
Okay.
So he is not prone.
Got it.
And you are laughing very, very hard. You becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. You can make another charisma saving throw on your turn, or if you get hurt, to end it.
Okay, so basically he's just prone until he makes the throw, correct?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And unable to take actions until you make the...
Unable to take actions too, huh?
Yeah, you're incapacitated. Remember when we made Cyclops laugh a whole lot?
Yeah.
That was
He did
fun.
nothing for an entire
I do
fight.
remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay, got it. Then anything else, Tick?
That is it.
Faylell, you are up.
So if I hurt him, he can make a save. It just snaps him right out of it.
No, he can make each time at the end of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another saving throw. They will have an advantage on the saving throw if triggered by damage.
Yeah. So if you hit him, then he does get a saving throw opportunity.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily end it. It just gives a chance to end it.
But I mean, also he's incapacitated, so you'll have advantage on your attacks, etc., etc.
Right.
Melee attacks, anyway.
Melee attacks. Okay. Oh. Are the saw blades still spinning?
They are all still spinning. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna Misty Step.
Okay. Oh.
Right behind him.
Got
and
it.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast and try to knock him back into a saw blade.
Cool. Cool. Okay, go for it.
Nat 20.
Oh, nasty. Go for. All right. Give me your damage there.
21
All
damage
right.
with 10 feet knockback into a saw blade.
21 damage.
Holy crud.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. That's very cool. So you just like teleport and you just like you're pointing your finger down or something and you just shoot at him, essentially.
Yep.
And he just flies
Head
back
cocked
into the
up,
saw blade.
eyes looking down, and just a smirk.
He falls
she
into the
just
saw
goes,
blade.
"Dang."
And it just like it embeds itself in his side. Let's go ahead and since I have taken damage, I'm going to go ahead and make that save. Am I still rolling charisma or do I get to use wisdom now, Cody?
It doesn't specify that your saves your future saves what they would need to be in the thing. So I would say that's up to DM discretion.
I would think it's like it's a one-time thing. It would be wild if it was forever. There's a 19 save.
Yeah, that very much saves.
Got it. He screams in pain because he's no longer incapacitated, but he does yank the saw out of his side, and it's like he hurls it next to him. It's still like whirling. These are all like floating at this point, by the way. I should mention they're like floating in midair. And it's just
okay.
like,
So they're not like on tracks.
Oh, because they're rising up out of the ground little by little.
well, now to think of them as if they're like floating in anti-gravity. Because remember, he was just like, moving them around telekinetically, essentially. But he yanks this one out and it hovers next to him, and he looks up at you, Faylell, and he's not happy about that chunk you just took out of him. And he spits blood out. Anything else, Faylell?
Yeah, I moved 30 feet this way.
Got it.
He's like, bye, deuces.
Cool. He gets to his feet and he throws his sword in the air, and he just like points finger guns out, just shooting around him. And as he does, the saws go where he is shooting. I need everybody to make 2 dexterity saving throws.
Ooh.
First one,
5
18.
and 9. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they're both 18 actually.
Okay.
My first one was a 19.
Okay.
Second was a 13.
Okay.
Sorry for speaking over you, Nikki.
No worries.
No, you are fine. I rolled a 5 and a 19.
Okay, so I believe what happens is tick 2. Oh, hold on one second. Let me reset the music here. Tick 2 of these buzzsaws fly right by you. As you sort of like how do you dodge them? Like just octopus arms akimbo, essentially.
Yeah, like he flails around sort of like a Muppet, and
Sure.
Yeah.
Juno, I think you got hit by, you had 9, correct?
I had a 5 and a 9, which is
5 and
incredible
okay.
because my dex is a plus
Oh.
3.
5 and 9. Okay, so 2 saws just kind of like, you get kind of like, they split the tree with you and just like it singe the sides of your arms as they fly past you. Ashe, I think you are gonna get hit by one of these.
Mm-hmm.
As it flies and slices your ankle. And Faylell, you are going to get hit by one of them as well. And if everyone who got hit, for each hit you took, go ahead and take 7 slashing damage.
Oh my god, I'm not good. I am. Oh goddamn.
Are you out?
I am not. I am almost out. Hang on. I healed myself by accident. Hang on. I am very close. Am I allowed to say how bad I am?
I also am not good.
Okay.
Juno looks very, very bad. Very bad.
Faylell and Ashe, how are y'all looking?
I'm okay.
Okay.
All right. He on his feet. He is going to Misty Step up here. And Saws follow him and just like surround him a little bit. And it is now Juno's turn.
All right, Juno is not looking super great. And she, am I still unable to see him as well? Because I know there was a thing earlier.
Yes, you are. It is difficult for you to see him. You don't really know what that means mechanically yet, but it is difficult for you to see him.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to move closer. I'm going to move to. Let's see. I'm gonna move to. If I could pick myself up. I don't like that I have to draw and then pick myself afterwards. So I'm gonna move to here, so that way then I can see him. Can I see him a bit better now that I have moved?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I do have a mechanics question here, just because I was reading my stuff in between. I have something under my actions called Vex. Vex.
Okay.
If you hit a creature with your psychic blade and deal damage to it, you have advantage on your next attack roll against the creature before the end of your next turn. Is that something that just defaults if I hit?
Let's see. If you hit a creature with a psychic blade and deal damage to it, you have an advantage on your next attack roll against the creature before the end of your next turn. So you hit with your last hit, correct?
I hit with both of my last hits. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Each time you hit with your psychic blade, you get advantage on your next attack.
All right. So I stumble forward to this position, and then I attack with my psychic blades again. So first one. So I have advantage here. So the first one was 9. So I'm assuming that doesn't hit, correct?
Does not hit, no.
Then for the advantage on that one, then does a 23 hit?
A 23. It is going to hit, yes.
All right. So then that's going to do 7 damage.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, how's he looking right now?
He looks pretty hurt, but I mean, like, he's still standing. Okay,
in which case then, no, screw it. I'm gonna attack again with the psychic blades again.
Okay.
So, is this also an advantage as well as this one here?
I would believe so, yes.
Okay, so that's an 18.
From the way Vex is worded, it reads as you kind of just, we're gonna get rolling advantage as long as you keep hitting.
Every time I hit, I get advantage the next time around. Got it, perfect. As long as I'm using the blades.
And you lose it when you don't hit.
Got it. Okay, so does an 18 hit? That would have been.
An 18 does not hit.
An 18 does not hit. Okay.
That's your highest roll of the two?
Of the two, 18 was my highest hit one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When you hit it with that second attack, I'll give you this. It looks like it should have hit, but he's just not where he was supposed to be.
Okay.
You did 7 damage with that first hit you did, though, right?
The first hit, yes, I did 7 damage. Yes.
Got it. Cool. Awesome. Anything else, Juno?
I don't think I can do anything else at this point.
Okay. Ashe, you are up.
Okay, so Ashe is going to probably just stay like right where she is, and instead she's going to like make a throwing motion, and as she makes that throwing motion, a chunk of ice seems to form in the air and takes the shape of a knife as it kind of veers toward our friend Jacques here.
Okay.
So I am going to need him to make a... Well, first I'm going to see if it hits. Natural 20.
That hits.
So that hits. He is going to. Oh, apparently I'm casting first level. That makes sense. He's going to take 10 points of damage, and then can he make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Yeah, sure. He loves dexterity saving throws. Let's see. That is going to be 11.
Okay, so he is going to take 2d6 cold damage as once the knife connects, it explodes, and he'll take 7 ice damage.
Got it. All right. Yeah, the ice knife just like embeds itself in, we'll say, his stomach. Does that sound good? And it just
Yeah, it
explodes outwards, and he's and you just see like chunks of ice like go everywhere, and that hurt him. That was not pleasant. Anyone else or anything else, Ashe?
Yeah, and then she sees that Juno is having a real bad time over there, so she just kind of like sighs a little bit and like, lazily waves her hand and casts Healing Word. And so Juno will heal for 8 hit points.
Okay.
All right, Juno looks her way and just kind of doesn't really say anything, but does kind of silently like acknowledge with a nod of the head of a thank you, but doesn't really say anything.
Okay. I guess that's nice of you to do. Heal.
She's on my team. We don't even
I love it. Then we're back at the top of the order, and Tick, before you can take your turn, the saw blades, more of them rise out of the ground. You see yourself surrounded by them on all sides. In fact, all of you do, as I drag more saw blades onto the map. I promise this is
all the saw blades.
Yeah, I can actually
you
have
get a
infinite
saw blade, and you get a saw blade.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a saw blade.
And so you are all surrounded by saw blades, and we're at the edge of the map, Faylell. So we'll just assume you have one on the other side of you as well. Tick, you're up.
Okay. All right. So I'll point our hand. I'll point our hand at Jacques and repeat the first verse and firebolt at him again.
Got it.
So that will be 16 to hit.
That does not hit him. No, he jumps out of the way.
Ah, what a meanie. All right. Okay. Well, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, Faylell, you're up.
Okay. So I can't move.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You
Can
try.
we move past him?
You can try.
We can try.
No. I don't need to try. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does not hit. No.
Okay, I stay put.
Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay. He looks. It's now Jacques' turn. He looks at all of you, and he points his sword at each one of you one by one. He starts pointing it at Tick, and then he points it at Juno. Then he points it at Faylell in the distance, and finally he stops and he points it at Ashe, and he smiles and he gives this sort of evil, like wild-eyed look at you, and he just like slams his sword into the cracked glass ground, and he motions as if he's going to just hurl more buzzsaws at you, which you've all been sliced up, and then that's it. He stops. There are no more buzzsaws. The room turns completely dark, and the buzzsaws all disappear. And
Do the buzzsaws disappear, or is it that we can't see them because the room is dark?
the buzzsaws, so you don't hear them anymore. You don't see them. And you don't even see the ground anymore. And all you see is this vast black expanse and the door that you walked in. And Jacques, he walks over to the four of you, and he's like holding like his side where he's been wounded, and he looks at the four of you, and he says, "All right, well, we'll check your score when we get inside. Come on." And he walks back through the door.
Okay. Tick. Follows.
Juno kind of stands still. She's a little wary of the situation, and she just kind of stands still, and she waits to see if anybody else is going to move first.
Yeah, the cartoon octopus moves towards him.
Okay, so you're gonna walk through the door first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm nearly dead, so why not?
Sure, that's perfect. Yeah. Like you've been hurt pretty bad. You walk through the door and you are back in Jacques' office that you were in before. And as you walk through the door, it's like as you cross the threshold of it, you feel really good, and it's in fact you feel almost exactly as you felt when you walked in the door in the first place, and you experience the effects of a long rest.
Oh, cool! Yay!
All right. See, as soon as she sees that the octopus is fine, she starts moving towards the door as well.
Okay. I'm assuming you go through next. Yeah, you also like again you feel not just fine. Again, it's like the fight didn't even happen, and you feel again the effects of a long rest. Everyone else comes through. Faylell and Ashe, I'm assuming.
No, I like this feeling.
Love it. Cool.
What is this feeling
Faylell
so
just kinda
crippled and new?
Adjusts her clothes, dusts herself off, and proceeds to walk through.
Okay.
Like this is where she lives now.
And Ashe, I'm assuming you follow suit as well.
Yeah, she'll
Okay.
dismiss her sapling friend. It just kind of curls in on itself and disappears in a wreath of smoke and embers and shit. And then
Sure.
she'll walk through.
Yeah. You all experience the effects of a long rest, and you find yourself back in Jacques' office. And he is sitting down at his desk, and he is hastily writing down on the clipboard that he had before you walked into the room. And he just looks up and he says, all right. Well, if we want to sort of debrief on that one, first of all, great job not dying out there. Stellar work. I've had a couple people die in there the last couple tries. So
well, thank you. I've practiced my whole life not dying. So
sure. Yeah. I think most of us do, except for I've died a lot.
yeah.
Excuse me, can you do that one more
Well,
time?
there are quite a few of you in there.
What?
Well, hold on. Did y'all hear the octopus do a fun laugh?
Ashe.
Hear lots of sounds from that thing.
Yeah.
Juno pulls out her thing and goes, laughs funny, writes it in her notebook.
He holds out a sheet of paper to the four of you, and he puts this quill pen on the desk in front of him, and he says, okay, so Tick, you scored 15. Faylell, 26. Juno, you scored a 17. Ashe, that's a 37. You're our top scorer for the day. Great job. All 4 of you, though, honestly. I mean, Tick, you got the lowest score, but I mean, like, the laughter thing, great stuff. You love to see it. Like, I feel like, you know, the way we do the scoring in the innovation station is, I think, a little flawed. I'd love to fix it up, but don't let the score go to your head. It doesn't matter that you're better than everyone else, Ashe. All that matters is that you've all passed. And he hands you the pen.
Juno sort of raises her hand slightly and goes, so is that just a training room?
Oh, yeah, that's the abstract innovation station. It's so time and space are frozen in there, and what you do does not have an effect on the timeline, and so it just sort of, it exists outside of time and space when we already are in a place that's outside of time and space. And so, you can get hurt there, you can die, and then as soon as you pass through the gate, you're fine. It reverses you back to where you were. So you can't train in there either. You know,
so
it's just...
If you die, how do you pass through the door?
I mean, wheelbarrow?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wheelbarrow, yeah.
Like a rope. It's just kind of...
walks over to the door and starts examining it to see if he can figure out any of its magical properties.
Jacques smirks a little bit, presses a button, and the door vanishes. Yeah. I'm not sure we're ready to give away all of our scientific secrets to a level 2 initiate.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
we did it, everybody.
He has you sign the paper, which I'm assuming you all do. And your scores are right next to it, which again puts Ashe in first place for whatever that means. You don't know what that means, if it means anything. But
what were the scores again?
All that matters, Ashe did the most damage.
Okay.
And I believe Faylell did the second most, Juno did the third most, Tick with the least. But again, you know, it's not just about damage, right? It's about what you do, etc., etc., etc. And Jacques says, how do you feel about your performance in there?
I thought the banana peel bit was pretty good.
Yeah, the banana peel bit was pretty good. I laughed. So did you.
Juno. But there's always room for improvement.
Sure. Yeah. You know, I like that. I like that attitude. I like that you want to do better every time. And that's kind of what I want to see out of the 4 of you. And there's a space at the bottom for group name. And he says, you don't have to decide this now if you don't want to, but most of the groups here do operate under a sort of like team name, for lack of a better word. Do y'all want to put something now or maybe come back to it?
Dibbo's Brawlers.
Team Calamari.
Juno reaches over and takes the pen away.
What?
Juno reaches over and takes the pen away and says, I think it's something we might need to think about.
Yeah, most people wait.
As Nick is obviously about to write something in.
Zany defenestration.
Most people don't really pick a name until like level 3 or 4, so totally fine, totally fine. But I mean, you are level 2, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to cast Awaken Mind on Jacques.
Okay. What does that do?
It establishes a telepathic connection. You don't get a say in it, and I'm in your head. And
what?
I just say
consent is key. God.
No.
Well, it's you within 4 miles.
I'm just, rules is written, apparently not.
Lasts for 3 minutes and ends early if you use his ability to form a connection with another creature. Got it. So, okay, yeah. So what do you say, mentally?
I say, next time I want to see you do better too.
He mentally responds back immediately. He says, I was going easy on you. Okay. So you hear, I was going easy on, and you shut the connection. And he smiles up at you, Faylell, and he says, yeah, it's good to know that you can do that. It's actually pretty useful. We've got a couple operatives out there with some psychic ability. In fact, 2 of you have psychic abilities. One of you can teleport. One of you can summon exploding trees. I think you've got some.
That's what it's called, Australia.
You guys have got some versatility. That's what I'll say. So then, if you're level 2, then are you ready to get to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Team Australia.
And he snaps his fingers, and suddenly the 4 of you are sitting in chairs in this office. And he places a manila folder on the ground, and or on the ground on the desk. It would be weird if he placed it on the ground.
That would be weird.
He stoops down and he places it on the floor and he says, "Pick it up." He places it on the desk, and
Jock might be a little sadistic, I think.
he slides the folder over, and he says, "This is your first mission." And that's where I want to stop.
Juno.
I want to stop at him giving you your first mission.
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, if you want to react to it,
Perfect.
feel
This is
free.
good
But
planning.
that's where we're gonna end tonight.
If that's where it ends, that's where it ends.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free to do something if you want to, real quick. I'll let it go.
I mean, Juno reaches out and takes it, and she opens it, and she reads what the first mission is.
and you'll find that out in our next session.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Head start.
Yeah, and Juno knows, and I'll send it to Amber and not tell anyone else, because she read it, and none of you all did. But no, yeah, I know that was a little bit shorter than normal, but it's about to be 11 o'clock, which I think is when we're trying to find end time-ish. Normally these will be about 3 hours when we do these, but we had some tech issues at
We
the
had some
start trying to
tech
get set
stuff to
up.
work out this
It's the first
though,
time.
yeah.
We'll figure it out. But how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about session 1? Y'all had a good fight.
That was fun.
Decided it's over already.
I know, it was so
Yeah,
short,
right.
but the benefit is that we're not going to spend 8 months in between doing these.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you're watching at home and you're like, wow, are the cool kids club here and they're going to do D&D every now and again on Twitch? The answer is yes. The idea is to do this every 2 weeks. So we would be back. Let's see if I look at the calendar here, and next time I'll advertise it more too. That would be the 6th of April, the 6th of May. That's how months work.
May, we're in April. now,
The 6th of May. So, yeah, when we come back, I think we'll have the first mission for the 4 of you. Y'all mauled his boinker, says the chat. I don't know what that means.
I have a question for our friends in chat.
Yeah.
Have you all listened to the first D&D campaign that we've done with
They
the
haven't
Knights of
listened to
Melvin?
the end.
If you haven't, please do.
Hours
Should.
on hours of D&D to hold you over in between the bi-weekly schedule.
Yeah,
And there's more coming.
Yeah,
The-
the end of it is going to be released. We just need to. There's one little thing we need to record before we can start releasing episodes again, and we will hopefully be able to do that. soon.
Hurry up,
Ish.
Cody.
It got me
Hey,
through
I
so
I
much
just
of
want you
Pokemon
all to
Violet.
know. I want
Not
you
on
all
me
to
this
know.
time.
I was down to 1 HP.
I was down to 6.
You learned a
Not quite
valuable lesson
one.
today about a melee class today, Ambi. Which is
I did. I learned a valuable lesson
Yep,
about when
we've
they're
all
right
been
next to
there.
me, disengage that shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
we've all been there.
I
Welcome to
literally
Road Jump.
I am officially like the notebook that that I keep talking about in there, I actually physically have said notebook in my hands right now, and I am keeping notes in it, and I have in big letters with big old stars, disengage, you bitch.
And that's called learning, and I love that for you.
Yes.
We are gonna be back in 2 weeks with the first mission, which I'm really glad I decided. Like the time kind of works out to stop it here, just because I made a graphic for it that I don't have on this computer, and so I'm like, I want y'all to be able to see that graphic when you start the first mission. Yeah, I think in the meantime, if you're watching at home, there is a sort of wiki document that I've been posting in the chat every now and again, because the world that I've kind of created here is it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's impressive.
To the point where like there's so much that won't even be touched throughout the course of our gameplay. In fact, there's even a little bit of spoilers in there, and that's okay.
We all got to make our own piece of it too.
Yeah, everyone got to make their own realm. There's actually 52 realms with characters that you can read about. So come back next time, viewers. Tell me what your favorite realm is. Tell me where where you would want to live. And
where would
why,
you build the what realm would you have your character be in?
and why is it the Shakespearean beach party realm? All of this information is here. I think, like, I'm trying to think. I think I added even. No, the satellite logo I made is not there yet. There's a logo for satellite, but yeah, lots of cool stuff. Lots of stuff for you to read in the meantime. Anything else y'all want to say before we sort of call it here?
We're gonna have the VODs to this available, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put all these on YouTube pretty quick, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yep. So
Right.
so we can even go back and look at those and be like, wow, look at me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be doing this again, and
I'm so glad to be
and
doing this too.
Can't wait to release the end of the other campaign and whatnot. So,
Where are all the hot
We're,
vampires? You're looking for, I believe it was the Red Court.
Vampire.
Yeah, there is a vampire realm. Of course there is. I love vampire shit. But yeah, I'm glad we're doing this again too. We've been working on this, I think, for about 2 years.
Yeah, so we started working on it as soon as we recorded the end of the last one. We almost immediately started working on this.
Yeah, the my actual, like, I'm just looking at the document that I'm working for the first mission, and y'all completed the tutorial essentially today, and that's just like, I've still got 23 pages of like Google Doc to get through. So and that's just the first mission. I've got like 6 missions written, so there's like lots more to do, lots more people to meet, lots more characters I'm going to lose my voice on because I am getting a little gravelly here at the end. And
good thing they're only going to be 3-hour sessions.
Right. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for being here. If there's nothing else to say, I think we'll go and end the stream. But we'll see y'all again in 2 weeks. Bye. Do we have a sign off for this? Do we want a sign off line?
Well, maybe once we have a team name, we'll have a sign off line.
Yeah.
Go Bibbos Brawlers.
Roll on that one.
Go.
Is
Yeah.
it Tuesday yet? Wait.
Is it?
It is.
It is Tuesday. That is true.
Man, boy,
Right.
I think I've just realized I'm a bigger nerd than all of you. Oh
Uh-oh.
boy.
Wait, what'd
Oh, I
you do?
love that.
Oh shit. Okay. Bye for now, everybody. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. Bye.